Hi everybody, I'm Mark Fordori, and I'm happy to welcome you to our series of virtual poetry readings called Poetry for the Unprecedented. Each poetry reading that we present will be featured first on our Facebook page and then archived for 1 week on our YouTube channel. So I hope you'll go back and forth between those places to make sure you see all the virtual poetry readings we have available. Tonight we're going to kick off our virtual poetry readings with someone who grew up in Northeast Nebraska and in 2013 became the state poet of Nebraska. Her name is Twyla Hansen.
Hello, this is Twyla Hansen in Lincoln, Nebraska. Welcome to this presentation being made possible by Prairie Arts Brothers in Kearney. I am pleased to be part of this and will be reading a few poems from my new manuscript, Rebuilding the Fire, a new and selected. And I'll begin with this poem called Anniversary. Early, sun attempts to poke through the wall of green outside my glass door. This, the new door, new portal to the light we seem to crave. The house that began modest and somehow grew like love. And I guess it is love, the glue that keeps us together. Teens without a clue, starting down a jagged path. Proof, perhaps, it's better to travel than to arrive. Each day we grow further alike, joined at the hip. And the more things stay the same, how indeed they change. The home we built, a family raised, a pasture transformed into woods, wings and fur and burrowing things now clearly in charge. What, if anything, do we actually own or need? We simply carry on, updating, knocking out, replacing, never uttering the F word, finished, like our bodies, this life a work in progress. In the photos, who was that dark-haired man? When was I ever that waist-length blonde? We could never sell this place, so many details left undone. But by now, does it even matter? What can I possibly say, my dear, that is yet unsaid? Living with you is like the sun that has muscled itself into this remodeled room, that in searching for Father, who by now you resemble, I have found the light. My next poem is called New Year's Day, and it's a sonnet, I think. The decade faded overnight like dry snow. You died a year ago at its end, and this new one has yet to prove its green show, the odd weather I try to comprehend. Last year blew in blizzards, ice storms, bitter cold, stuck down grief. I stumbled my way from spring to heat. See people, stay active, I was told. Discover wild flowers each new day can bring. In fall, the sky turned red cool at sundown. Memories swirled and pummeled me like soft rain. I scribbled and danced my way through year's brown end, with hope my heart could expand again. Last night I dreamed you nearby, standing still. Then sun dawned. I still hold you. Always will. This poem is called The Finch. His yellow warmth fills my palm, neck broken, eyes closed, feathers splayed, wings folded. He weighs almost nothing. The glass shows an outline, waxy, of head, outstretched wings, tail feathers. I stroke his breast. I carry my grief beneath the evergreen, whisper, I'm sorry, I'm so very sorry. We invite the outdoors into our home through tall windows. All birds see is blue sky. As a child, I collected feathers, stroked my face with hawk tails, fluff as small as milkweed seed, carried by wind to the path in the windbreak where it landed at my feet. So many ways to inflict harm in this world. I must believe most people believe well. We must find a way to help the earth. The next poem is called, I Never Thought I'd Outlive My Evergreens. We planted them along the north lot line, a seedling windbreak all we could afford, where cocklebur, sandbur, thistle all thrived, and brome grew taller than those tiny pines. My father and his father planted trees, carried water, hope, love through drought years to slow the wind, shade the farmhouse. Later, my brothers and I climbed to new heights. The small woods on city's edge likewise branched. Kids thrived beneath shades of green, while disease, drought, time plodded on. Alone now, I replant with natives. I'm blue when the living must depart, but my hope and love, once planted, never die. And the last poem I'll read is another sonnet, I think. It's called, I Carry the Grief. I carry the grief on my shoulder, like Atlas holding up the celestial sky. At times I barely notice the weight there I've grown accustomed to next to my neck, while other times it twists into a pain. Maybe it's the moon, full again, stirring tides, making its mischief known internal, or a drop in barometric pressure. Or is it Zeus throwing his thunderbolts? The world we knew is now forever changed. Tonight, the flower moon glows upward through clear sky. I focus on its hopeful face, the weight lifting up, while all around us mystery whirls, unknown, unseen, in silence. Well, thank you for listening. I hope you all stay safe and well. Thanks.